Well, now, you may have noticed some rather odd headlines lately about unidentified flying objects in the summer skies. Are these things, the space-age equivalent of Loch Ness monsters? Or should we take them seriously, as apparently a lot of people do? Andrew Mulligan reports.
UFOs are multiform. They come in squares, ovals and mushrooms. Skywatchers are getting organized with watch-ins. They've developed their own special techniques. With all this, extraterrestrial communications are no longer telepathic. "11 ham radio stations, all linked to a central data control in London, radio sighting reports. Their objective is to collect information."
This is an astral compass. I'm just trying to set it up now, and we use it to detect the altitude and bearing of UFOs, or flying saucers. Now, we're here in Guildford on Purley Downs, and we know exactly our position where we are on the map, and we've got a trigonometrical point. And I'm setting it up now, and the idea of this is, if we spot a UFO, we focus onto it, we get its height, we get its bearing, and we flash a signal to our position, which is exactly half a mile away up there, and they do the same. They get a bearing and a fixed point onto it, and therefore we'll be able to work out exactly its height, its speed, its altitude, and possibly, conceivably, also its size.
Mr. Hadvani, how did you come to believe in flying saucers?
Well, I work at London Airport. I'm an aircraft engineer, and naturally I keep an interest in things what happen in the air. And there are too many reports, too many good, reliable, convincing reports of strange phenomena appearing in our skies. And I've actually done a lot of sky watching myself last few years, and I've seen 3 inexplicable objects. People call them flying saucers, UFOs, but they're definitely inexplicable. They're nothing common. They're definitely no balloons or any known aerial objects that we can definitely pinpoint and identify.
The Skywatchers are a motley group. They come in droves, armed for their all-night vigil with blankets, thermoses and deck chairs. Since 1959, British Skywatchers have filed over 3,000 reports, of which 400 were evaluated as genuine. In America, skywatching is academic. Colorado University now has a $250,000 budget to investigate 20 specially chosen cases. The body of evidence grows. There have been 8 vintage years since the turn of the century when UFO activities have reached a peak.
G3VPQ, 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 G3WKT Portable Guildford calling for a report, please. Calling for a report. Will you go ahead, please, Ivor? Will you go ahead with your report, please? Go ahead, go ahead.
Colin McCarthy, an Australian electronics specialist, first investigated UFOs when tracking rockets in Australia. He has lent rationality to a subject fraught with crankery and mystics. When an object is sighted, McCarthy reports it to control or receives news of other UFO activity.
Roger, understand. A cigar-shaped object was seen 6 minutes ago west of Essex.
Colin, in the light of your scientific experience, do you believe in these unidentified objects?
Well, I must say for years I didn't believe in them, but after working for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, I've now come to the conclusion these objects do in fact exist, because I did see a file of papers that you couldn't jump over, literally, and all these reports, all these papers consist of reports for the last 10, 15 years, and genuine reports too, reports that had been in fact evaluated.
To what extent has scientific fact been clouded by the occult and a certain mysticism which seems to surround flying saucers?
Well, this is a very unfortunate point, I'm afraid. For years now, the lunatic fringe, as we term them, of people who claim contacts with Martians and Venusians and that spaceships have landed in their backyard have come onto the scene, or onto the bandwagon, if you can use that term, and it has definitely clouded scientific research, because the average member of the public now is dead against flying saucers for the simple reason they've had reports of these people.
UFO detectors are made to register magnetic flux. McCarthy developed a commercial UFO detector. Its cost, £6 2 and 6. So far, it's buzzed 5 times. On one occasion, he claims, because a UFO overflew his home.
He's actually organising the Skywatch.
Is he?
Violet,
Yeah.
do your friends think you're completely mad coming up here on a windy night?
They do, yes.
What would they be doing at the moment?
Well, I'd rather be either the pictures or I'm in bed, I think.
Why do you come up here?
Well, I'm interested. I think, you know,
How long have you been interested?
only since I met Richard about 18 months ago.
And ever since then you've become
Yeah.
a fan?
Yes.
What about these friends of yours? Have you been able to convert them at all to...
No, not really, no.
I suppose I come here basically in the hope of seeing an unidentified flying object. But another reason is perhaps to familiarise myself with the various star constellations and other phenomena that one frequently does see in the sky.
Have you ever seen a flying saucer before?
I have not myself, no.
What would happen if one landed here?
Well, I would hope that the research groups up here would be sufficiently well briefed to take pictorial and sound records
What would you
of the
do?
event.
Would you immediately reach for your camera or what?
I think I would probably reach for my camera, yes, which is a still.
In other words, you're trying to prove something, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We're trying to prove that UFOs, unidentified flying objects, exist. That these objects are spacecraft from other worlds.
I see, thank you. Why are you here?
To see a flying saucer.
Why have you come here?
Well, I come up to see if there's anything such called as Martians.
That's why you came with it. Derek, tell me, I think you saw a flying saucer the other day, didn't you?
Yes, well, I saw one on the 2nd of June with my friend Joey. We was over the Chantry's camping site,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about 1 o'clock a.m. in the morning on, I think it was Saturday night, and we woke up by this noise.
What sort of a noise was it?
Well, it was sort of a sucking noise.
What did it look like?
Well, it was oval shaped with short and stubby wings with all lights all over them.
I see. Was it travelling fast?
Well, she'd say about medium.
When you say medium, how fast? As fast as a plane?
No,
As fast as a train? It didn't go so fast that you lost sight of it altogether?
no, we saw it,
There's no doubt about that.
yes.
And how far away was it from you?
I should say it was about up ahead over the campsite.
Although skywatching has the obvious amateurism of village cricket, its sincerity is beyond doubt. The skywatcher's faith is unshakable. It's a faith based on a fraction of inexplicable fact. Now, in the height of the skywatching season, they sit at 4 points of the compass, gazing hopefully for precious proof that fiction has at last become science. If they find this proof, Colin McCarthy for one will not be surprised. Colin, suppose that UFOs are proven and accepted. Where would it all lead?
Well, where it all leads is a matter for conjecture, but I feel that at this moment we are in fact being watched from space, from an extraterrestrial civilization, and it seems at the moment that they have no desire to contact us. Perhaps we're merely a psychological experiment. I think we are very adolescent with our wars and our internal strife, and perhaps they're merely interested in watching us to see the reactions of a planet that's on the verge of either destroying itself or growing up. It's a moot point here, but I think that well, I know now from my own research is that UFOs exist. As to where they come from, I don't know. I have a feeling that perhaps they are extraterrestrial, I should say extrastellar. They come from other solar systems, because I think that this solar system may not be capable of supporting life as we know it. And I think they have conquered this apparent speed of light barrier, and possibly are arriving from distances which we can't grasp at the moment. But I think they are here for a purpose, and that purpose is merely to watch us.
And we'll have them on Panorama as soon as they arrive.